Hey everybody, it's Kevin here with Your Best Groove and Groove Tutorials with an update in regard to this whole series I've been doing on how to sell courses with Groove. And today I'm going to talk about your complete sales page setup with Groove. So this is a really overview video, but it shows the steps, the pieces that I put together to create this sales page, to create this sales mechanism so that you can experience what it's like to be the purchaser of a course and see these access levels at work. So if you've been watching the entire series, the series is about how to sell courses with Groove, how to set up your courses, how to set up your access levels, how to set up your products. All of that is in the series. Today is just about completing the sales page setup. So I hope you enjoy the video. Would love to hear what you think, questions you have. Put them in the comments if you would. Also, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos that we're producing here at Groove Tutorials. All right, let's take a look at this overview video. So I went into my actual funnel and I clicked on the three dots that tell you how to make it live. I clicked Make Live, which asked me for a subdomain. And I've talked about this in other videos, but this subdomain does not really matter. It just keeps your funnel from everybody else's funnel in the Groove system. So type in what you want. Then what I did is I went over to the tools, I went to my funnel, and I created checkouts for each course, for each product, for each level of pricing for each product. So essentially I did create. We give the checkout a name, then we do save and next, choose how many steps are going to be on the checkout. We can choose one or both of the price points, and I chose both in this case. We can then modify the look and the feel, and I just use some basic colors just so you can see different colors for each of the checkouts. So these colors are not anything to do with branding. They're just colors that let us see something. Like I said, each checkout will look differently. All right, save and next. And we can choose the form fields. We can choose to add them, make them mandatory or not. And then what we're going to do is on the way in, on the purchase, we're going to ask for the username and password. So when somebody purchases, they can set their own username and password. And at the end, that's it. We're gonna hit close, and we've created that checkout. So then what I did is I went through for every price point for every product and did the same process. And you can just kind of see me running through this real quickly here. And once we did that, we had all of the checkouts ready, and I could go back into the product. So what I did then was I went into the pricing, and I changed the price from a set price to pay your own price, because what I'm doing is I'm setting this up so that people can purchase the product with a donation, and you'll see at the end where that donation is going. But I went through all of them, made it a name your price starting at $1. So every one of the price points on every one of the products is $1. Even the free access is $1. So then what I did is I went and I created a new site. And so I created a landing page. I just modified it a little bit to make it look more like my branding, modified the text, modified the colors, fixed the buttons, did everything I need to that you would normally do with a landing page. The next thing I did is deleted some extraneous blocks, and what I did then is added an empty container block, and then I added columns. And what I did is for each column, I added each of the checkouts using the Groove Cell checkout. So you can watch as I add the columns there, and then I'm going to go grab the Groove Cell checkout. I'm going to do that on both of these columns. Then I'm going to click on the checkout, click the gear, and I'm going to go through this and choose the product funnel, choose the product. Then I'm going to choose the link, which is what I set up. It's the actual checkout that I set up. And you can see then that it populates for us in the actual site. So this is how we add a checkout to the page, and then I went through and I added the other 3 checkouts to the same page, so that when you come to this page, you're going to see all of the checkouts and you can choose which access level you want to purchase with your donation. So next thing I did is I went and I added a domain, a custom domain, and this is a domain that I had set up already in Namecheap. So it's called groovememberexample.com. I went through the process again of adding the domain. All of these things are on YouTube videos and in my course. So I'm just kind of cruising through it so you can see how to set it up. Then I went and I used that same custom domain and I published the page or the site to that domain. And you can see that it's publishing now. When it turns green, it's basically ready. You can click the Go To button in the middle here, and you can see that it's not there yet. Sometimes you have to wait on the initial publish. You have to wait a minute or two, and then when you go back and click it, you'll see that it's there. So out on groovememberexample.com, there's this page where you can donate $1 and purchase one of the access levels so you can see what it's like as one of the customers that are purchasing. Hey, Kevin here again. I hope that was helpful for you in understanding some of how these pieces come together. I'll be doing one more video in this series to talk a little bit more about sort of the 20 steps, the overall, the whole piece of how this whole thing came together, and that'll be coming tomorrow. But I want to encourage you to go over to groovememberexample.com, and the link is in the description, and go ahead and purchase one of the levels. It's really $1, but what you're going to do is you're going to see how access levels work. And you'll see on the site again that this is just a fundraising deal. I'm not going to make any money off of this, but I thought, why not make it real for you as a user, as a customer? So head over there, make a donation, see how it works. By the way, the membership is filled with actual resources. So you would actually get some resources in there, including some of the live Q&As we've done, and there are other great videos in there. So head over to groovememberexample.com, check it out, and I look forward to seeing you inside the membership.